Hi boys and girls, welcome back to the Stick and Brush. I'm Christine and today I have my favorites of 2019. And before we get into it, as always, if I could ask you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you have any makeup loving friends, please share this with them. And finally, if you could follow me over on Instagram at steak_and_brush. Okay, so as far as my favorites go, I've kind of got them into two different categories. I tried to come up with one thing that came out this year, and then one thing that's just an overall favorite that's maybe, not this year. Some of them I have no idea when they came out, but just that I have used a lot this year. I'm going to try to go in the kind of the same order that I do my face in. So I'll start with primers. The primer that is new this year that I have really enjoyed is the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha. I do not have the Tatcha. I cannot spend that kind of money. It is just like a silicone putty. I don't know how to really describe the feel, but you just rub it on your skin and then you just kind of want to tap it in a little bit as you do it, and it does a lot for, it helps out. I don't have a lot of pores, but it does help out with the pores. It is the kind that will actually go into your pores, so if you have a lot of problems with acne and oil, this might not be for you. But it was $8.99, and so it's a great deal if you like silicone primers and that's what you're looking for. But the foundation that I use the primer that I use the most is this Touch of Soul No Problem. I don't know if we've got a glare there. Yeah, Prime Essence. I got this in a Boxycharm, so I have no idea when it actually came out, but I love this stuff. It is just, you can see it is very, very thin. It is just, it feels just, maybe a little slippier than water, but but that goes away pretty fast, and has a little bit of a flowery smell. But I have found this works under every single foundation that I have. This is my go-to. Now, some might work better, but I always use this as my first primer when I'm trying something out, because I have foundations that won't work with anything else underneath it, or I have one that won't even work with nothing underneath it. This is the only thing that works underneath of it. It is a little pricey. I think it's like $22 or something like that, or $26, I'm not sure, but I love this stuff. And unlike a lot of the stuff I get in Boxycharm, if I run out of this, I will be repurchasing it. But right now, I still have plenty of it left. Foundations. My first and favorite, which is from this year, is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. The only problem I have with this is that I have it in 5 neutral, and this whole line, from what I'm understanding from other people, it runs very warm toned. So for summer, this is okay because I'm neutral with warm tones during the summer. But during winter, I'm neutral with cool tones, and this is too yellow on me during the summer. So I cannot, I'm sorry, during the winter. So I cannot wear this right now because it just looks too yellow. So it'll come out in the spring, early summer, when I get a little more color in my face. But I guess that's good because I'll have lots of it for then. In the meantime, what I use the most, I still have lots of other foundations, but what I used the most was one that was gifted to me. It's this Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I have this in, what is it, Buff Bisque. It's a perfect color for me, very neutral for me, and I love it. The only thing I hate besides the scent is the stupid paddle dispenser that it has, and you know, I can work with it. I just don't like it. But it's like $5. You can't beat that price wise for what you get for it. So if you're looking for something cheap in the foundation range, try out the Wet n Wild. Okay, powders. The one that I'm not even sure if this is new. I got this year. It came in a Boxycharm, and I'm going to count this as my new one. I'm sorry if it's not new from 2019, but it is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Hydra Powder, Hydra Gel Powder or something. Yeah. This is that wonderful, I especially love using this during the summer. I haven't used it as much during the winter because I honestly don't always set my face because, you know, during the summer I do because it's so hot. But this has the most amazing cooling sensation when you put it on. It's very fine, and so it works great as a setting powder, but you put it on, especially those hot, you know, July and August days, and automatically you feel like a cool mist has just been sprayed on you. So I love that. During the winter, I use more of pressed powders as setting powders. And for that, I love the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I actually have this in 2 shades. This is actually my summer shade, and this is in 220, but 120 is my winter shade. But this is very, very nice. I mean, it comes with, it has a mirror here and a little poof underneath of it, but you know, I think you can pick this up for $7 or $8. It's been out for a while. They've got a decent amount of shades for a drugstore line. Okay, actually, let's move on to my under eyes. Fitting in with that Maybelline, this has been out for a while as well. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I use this more in the winter when my under eyes are a little drier, or I mix it with something else, because this is very, very creamy. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is the applicator. I actually have this in 2 shades. This is the original one I have it in. It's lighter, and it has the poof on it, and I don't like the poof. So this one, when I got it, I took the poof off, and I really, you know, that's much better for me for application. But this is nice and creamy. It doesn't cover quite as much as my other favorite, and it does need to be set or else it moves around, but again, for winter, this is more moisturizing. For summer, or even up until the months when it's not too dry, or even when it is too dry, I mix this with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I love the Boing Cakeless Concealer by Benefit. This is new this year. I got this. The packaging is just too cute. It is, I want to say it was $21, so it is kind of pricey, but you don't need a lot. This is actually probably a little too light too. I think next time I'll go a little bit darker. If you are very, very dry, this is probably not for you. You need to, or you need to mix it with something. But I have found I don't need to set this. It doesn't go anywhere. It works beautifully, even as and I use it as a base for my eyeshadow as well. Again, the only problem I have with it is during the winter, I get dry right here at the edge of where I would take it down. So I need to mix it with something, or just wait until my eyes aren't as dry. Okay, now on to bronzers. This one was new this year. The line isn't new, it's just the color. It came out in Wet n Wild's Fire and Ice collection, and it is the You're Dragging Me Down. I don't know if you can still see, there's a little bit of the dragon imprint still in there. This is more of a summer shade for me. It is darker, but I really love this. It's about $5. I don't know if you can buy this separately or if you have to buy the whole set. The whole set, though, was only like $40, and it came with all kinds of stuff. It came with bronzers, highlighters, 2 eyeshadow palettes, 4 lipsticks, I think 4 loose pigments. So it's a great price for all that, even if you get it at full price. But during the summer, this is really what I reach for. And again, it's only like $5. My not new that I reach for a lot this year are the Hula bronzers from Benefit. I got these both in a set with 5 minis from Benefit. And Hula itself, the original, is more of a summer shade for me. It's actually kind of in between this. It's like you're like real deep summer, and then, you know, summer heading into fall. And then for the winter, I have been using the Hula Lite. And, you know, I know you can get the much bigger ones. These are the perfect size for me because, you know, I don't use them all that much. But these were great. Blushes. And this is another one. I have no idea. I know the formula is not new. I have no idea if this color is new. But this is the one that I reach for the most. And it was new to me in 2019. So it's kind of a cheat. It is the Colourpop Super Shock in the color Growth Flirt. These are so, I love these Super Shocks. The blushes feel like brand new Play-Doh when you run your finger across it. It hasn't been touched before. And this one, you know, it looks kind of dark. And then if I can actually find it on my finger there in the monitor, you can just kind of buff it out there to whatever kind of shade you need. And I really, really appreciate that. Okay. So that is the one I reach for the most this year. And the not new release that I reach for a lot is the old standby that everybody on YouTube has loved for years. It's the Milani Baked in Luminoso. It has a beautiful, beautiful peach tint to it. You can see it there with just a little bit of a shimmer. And again, you can put it on and layer it up to make it dark, or you can just have this pretty peach flush there. So yeah, those are my 2 favorite blushes. Both of these super cheap. I think this was about $8 and this was about $8, depending on time and sale that you get it. So check those out. Highlighters. Have no idea if this was new. This was new to me this year, so we're calling it new. It is the Artist Couture. It is the, before I open it up, let me get the color here. It is Summer Haze Diamond Glow Powder, and it is just beautiful. Let's see here. I'm gonna put it over. When I want a gold look, put it on. It's very, very, you can go subtle or you can bling it out like you wouldn't believe. But, you know, when I'm looking for gold, especially during the summer, this is a very, very nice shade. For an older one, and again, this could be new. I don't know when this specific color came out. But I love my Colourpop Super Shock in Lunch Money. This, it feels very similar, but it has more of a slip than the blushes. And this one, you can see there, it's a lighter color, so I use this more during the winter. And it has more of the wet, glassy look that you may be looking for. And the Artist Couture is a little more expensive. I really don't know how much that one is, but the Super Shocks are, you know, $8, $9. I have fallen in love with these and definitely need to get more. Next time I place a Colourpop order, I will be getting more Super Shocks, definitely. Okay, let's hope this works. I keep having to restart this. My computer died, the battery died, so I've restarted this intro several times. But For my favorite palette, the new one of 2019, it is obviously the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I got this, what, September, October probably. And I use this. I know you can't tell because it looks new, but just because I use my palettes so much, none of them get tons and tons of wear. But I love this thing. I use this. If I didn't control myself, I would be using this all the time. And I don't, you know, I want to use my other palettes too, but this is definitely my favorite of the year. My favorite non-new product this year is more of a controversial one. Like when this came out a couple of years ago, everybody hated it. I just got it this year. I got it on sale at TJ Maxx. I did not pay full price for it. Actually, you know, it was when I was first getting into watching YouTube and stuff, so I didn't know the controversy behind it. But I brought it home. I love it. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. Yes, I have had a few problems with it, with the formula. Especially that shade right there is definitely crumbling up on me, but I love this thing. I mean, it has some weird colors in there, but I can really, you know, they work so well together. You know, I don't know if everybody just kind of got on board with the hate for it. If, you know, maybe the first few people really hated it. And you know what? If everybody hated it, that's fine. Not everybody has to love everything I love, but I like it. I believe it's discontinued now, but you can find it in different places, but it is still, there are lots of dupes out there as well. All right. Eyeliners. I have 3. Two of them are Waterline and one is Tightline. The new Waterline also comes from Urban Decay in their Honey collection. Let's find a place where I can write. I have never used these 24/7 pencils, and I am getting more as soon as Christmas is over and I have money again. See if I can do this with the right hand, or technically with my left hand here. That is the smoothest line. I mean, you barely touch it and it goes on. It's gorgeous. So I cannot wait to try other colors because I don't get a whole lot of use out of this gold, but it is in the amber shade if I didn't say that. My one that's probably not new, I don't know exactly when it came out, was the Appeal Gel Liner in Deep Taupe. I first got this in a Boxycharm and I didn't like it because it was actually the tip broke. But I have learned to love it. It stays pretty well, not as well as the Urban Decay, but it stays pretty well in the tight line, and I love using it whenever I do a brown neutrally look on my eyes. Finally, this is not new, and to go along, I have so much Wet n Wild here, but I love it. The Wet n Wild Mega Liner, it is the liquid eyeliner. Has a wonderful, I love the applicator here because I can hold it down or I can hold it at the end depending on what I need. It has a great flexible brush and it's great color. I love it, love it, love it. And the fact that it's like $3 makes it all the better. Eyebrows. I started out, you know, not really knowing this year what I was looking for in eyebrows. I was using the Hourglass, and I thought that was my ride or die, my favorite. And, you know, then I came across a couple other things. But the one thing, there's only one product that I keep coming back to that I use over and over again, and it is not new either. But it's really my only real favorite that I feel always does the job. And that's the Covergirl Ultrafine Brow Pencil. You know, it's got the teeny tiny spoolie here. And it has the very, very fine tip so that I can draw the lines. Again, I'm a broken record, but other products that I've tried, even the the Benefit brow that not Benefit, I'm sorry, the $1 Million brow that I thought was going to be great for me. I mean, I still use it occasionally, but it doesn't look as natural. The pen with the 3 bristles on it, it doesn't look as natural as this, and I need that for my scar. Other people may be able to use other things, and that's terrific, but I need something like this. And my cats are running from one side of the house to the other side of the house, and I happen to be at the one of the very end. So if you hear that's my cats. Eyeshadow, or I'm sorry, what are these called? Mascaras. Both my mascaras are high end. Sorry, that's just what I found that I liked this year. The brand new from this year is the Too Faced Damn Girl. Mine, I believe, is starting to dry out, so I'm gonna need to get a new one. I mean, look at this brush. I mean, the only bad thing that that makes that bad is it's hard to get my under eyes, and my lower lashes, I have realized, are just so puny. I'm going to have to, next year, that's going to be one of my goals. I'm going to have to get some stuff to try to really work on growing this, because they're so tiny. Even with the tiny ones, I have problems and I make a mess. But for, this is great for upper lashes. I love it. I've been wearing a lot of lashes this year, fake lashes, fishy. I'm going to start sounding this like the Swedish chef. I've been wearing a lot of fake lashes this year, so I haven't been wearing the, I tend to use a little cheaper mascara when I do that, so I don't run out of these as much. But when I don't wear fake lashes, it's either this or it's my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This is probably the one I do go to the most. Even though when I did the showdown, I liked the Too Faced better. Maybe it's because it's just drying out, or this is bigger and so it sets out in my drawer a little bit more. But the Velvet Noir, this happens to be the zebra print covered. It's not, it's just the packaging. It's nothing different than the other. But, it has your typical standard wand. But I did get this on sale for $10. So, that's drugstore pricing pretty much. Love this. I love what it does to my eyes. Speaking of lashes, I have 2. And they look horrible in the box because they're all just flinging around. I'm not really sure when either of these came out. These are the Ione, and they are the Wispy Cat Eye crossover. I bought these at the dollar store, and I just noticed them at the dollar store, so I'm going to call them new for this year. Might be a cheat, I don't know. But they're absolutely beautiful. These are actually dollar store lashes as well today. What are they? Oh, here's the box. These are Wispy Doll crossover, so a little bit different. They are a little bit, it's kind of coming up here a little bit. This is the first time I've worn these, so, these are a little more va 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 voom. These are definitely va 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 voom, but not quite. They have a little more of a gentle taper from the center to the outside, and I really, really like them. And for $1, I mean, come on, $1. The next ones, I just got these, and I've only worn them a couple times, but I love them already. Let me pull these out of the box. I got these in a box. I just got them in a box from Look Fantastic, but they're much more natural looking, which doesn't say a whole lot for me because I like them, really out there. But they are the Eyeliner Londons, and I really, really like these a lot. What is the Fluttery Light is the name. Honorable mention has to go to my Ardell Wispies. I have worn those a lot. I've worn them so much they look disgusting, so I'm not putting those on camera. They have such a buildup. I haven't cleaned them, which kind of goes into this. This is just I got this with the eyeliner. It's just a sample of it, But this eyelash glue is terrific. It comes with, it's not a brush, it's just like a little wedge there, but you put it on. Now, most eye glues look or have a consistency of like an Elmer's glue. And it, you know, it dries, it becomes gummy, and then you get the, you know, if you can see, you pull these out. I'll show you the edges of these. Sorry, I know it's gross, but see the edge there where it's, might be better at doing this side. This is from where it was very gummy, and the gum stuff picks up all of the, you know, the it picks up your eyeliner, it picks up the eyeshadow that you were wearing, and it's just, you know, kind of gross. And I've lost one already. Ah, I'll find it. But yeah, and so it does that. This is so thin. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything here. I'm gonna do this, put this on my fingertip. It is so thin, it's watery thin, and it has a little iridescence to it, so that it's iridescent when it is wet, and then it dries down clear, and that's how you know. But I took my eyelashes off last night. I'd been wearing them for like 8 or 9 hours. It did not pull my eyeliner up at all. When I took them off, so there was no, I mean, there was a little bit of residue on the lashes, but nothing like these. So, you know, you don't have to necessarily clean them as often, and when you do, it's not such a mess. It still had tackiness after 8 hours. So if it were something like I needed to readjust, I could pull it off and readjust it. And I would say it probably would have stuck and I wouldn't have had problems with it. I haven't tried that to say it for sure. And, you know, with other eye glue, you know, even if it dries down clear, sometimes you can still see a little bubble of it like you would with Elmer's glue if you were to get too much. You don't have that problem with this. And I've already looked it up online on Amazon. They have it for like $4 or $5. So it's about the same as other cheap eye glue. It's great. I definitely will be buying more. So that's just kind of like a bonus. Okay, last few things I have. Brushes. New ones that came out this year. I will admit, like all my brushes, I've gotten them from Boxycharms and Ipsy and things like that. I'm not big onto going out to the store and buying a lot because I get good ones through my subscription boxes. But these came out, and I believe these are the first ever branded by Boxycharm. Just came out, not this past month because I didn't get December. I think this was November. I love these brushes. I use the little one for my foundation. And it is so densely packed. It needs cleaned. I'm sorry to show you. But it is so densely packed that it's really nice and gets a smooth coverage without sucking up the product. And, you know, because it's so densely packed, it doesn't leave brush marks. And because it's smaller, I can get into the little areas like right through here and, you know, right through here. The bigger brush, I use this for my, definitely for my contour and bronzing, sometimes for my blush, depending on what look I'm going for. But it's nice to get that contour and bronzing right in there. It's a nice shape, and then I can just, you know, brush up or brush down depending on what I'm going. It's also nice. I can get it right through my cheeks. It's also very dense, but very, very soft. So I really, really like these brushes. I have no idea when these brushes came out, so I can't say that they're new, but also I got these in the Boxycharm, and these are the Moda Pro set. It came with a set of 5, and these have changed my eye game. I absolutely love these. I can't say enough about them. If you need eye brushes, go over. I think the retail price on this set was like $24 $25 or $26. So for that price, I mean, you know, that's a great price for a really good quality brush. You know, it's got your fluffy brush for, you know, your transition. It's got your crease brush. It has your detailed brush that's good for, you know, like getting in your outer V, and the like real detailed in the real detailed in the crease. You've got the smudger brush that you can either use it to pack on color or underneath. I don't use this one as much. This is it's the BMX line. This would be good for if you have a gel eyeliner. The only gel eyeliner I have has its own little brush with it, so I don't really use that too much, but I have used it on a couple occasions for really, really fine detailed work. But this set, cannot say enough about it. Nails. Nails are something I've recently been doing. For a long time ago, I used to always get acrylics, and then it got expensive and time consuming getting them all filled in. And I got into the mood where I have tons of nail polish, but sometimes my hands just aren't stable enough to really do my nails well. So this year I started doing like press-on nails, and I have two. I think the new for this year is they're by the Kiss brand, and it's the Impress nails. Now there is a little bit of a qualifier for this. I like these. These are about $9 retail. You can definitely get them on sale. They come with 30 nails. 6 of those are accent ones. I'm wearing them today. I really, the color is great. The color, it's actually the plastic all the way through, so the color doesn't chip off. The new thing about them is they come, and if I can pull one of these out here, they have their own glue already on them. And the glue is the part that I love and I hate. I'll show you here on this one. You can see that it has this little plastic tab, and when you're ready, you pull the tab off and you just stick them on. It's the kind of gummy glue that comes like on the back of gift cards or in magazine inserts. Not quite that thick though. And when you first put them on, they do wiggle. I'm not really wiggle around, but there's more give than you're used to with a standard nail glue. And so it feels a little weird, like they're going to come off. But I really didn't have them coming off those first couple days. And after that first day or two, they really stick down there. And, I've been wearing these since Monday, I think my last time. And I've worn these. Some of these I've actually worn twice. I've used regular nail glue. If, they've come off. But I think the first time I used them, they stayed on for about 10 days. And some of them would have stayed on longer. The problem I have is twofold. These nails they bend in a little bit. And so with the regular nail glue, the glue is actually in the center of the nail. It's not on the top and it's not on the bottom. The top I can understand, but I don't understand why the glue doesn't go all the way down to the bottom. But for these, since my nails are a little curved in, they don't stick very well on the top. So these are the two that pop off for me. The other problem, since there's no glue down at the bottom, is I habitually play with my hair. And I run my fingers through my hair, and when I go like this, and I actually just did a little bit there, these bottoms, they would get caught because there's not a real great seal. What I did this time, and it's been several days, so now it's starting to come off, is when I applied them, I also put a little bit of regular nail glue down at the bottoms and then smacked them on so that there was a tighter seal there. And these are the The accent nails are a little thicker, so I think that's why they don't set as well. But these sit down very, very well with that. They are thinner than regular press-on nails, so they feel more comfortable. But, you know, I have to do a little extra work on them. As far as just regular press-on nails that you use regular glue, these Sassy and Chic ones, I found these at the dollar store. Love them. The only two issues with these, the color does not go all the way through. It's, you know, it's painted on. So after a while, like the edges will start to wear down and you can see the color coming, like the design, like on these, I'm sure the black will come off on the edges after a little while. And there's only 12 pieces, which means you don't have as much variety. If you know, I have fat fingers to begin with, and then I have the really thick toe thumbs, so you're not going to find the best fit. But at my dollar store, they're always switching them out, so I just go through, see what's new, and buy a bunch of them so I have them. You know, right now I think I have 4 or 5 pairs, or 4 or 5 sets. So when I'm, you know, ready to switch them out, I have lots of variety, and they're $1. With regular nail glue, you know, you should probably get those to wear 5 to 7 days. Not as long as the others, but you know, that's that. Lipsticks is my final thing here. My favorite new one is actually this Dose of Colors. This is the Nude Mood, and this was made specifically, the formula is not new. The color is new. It was made specifically for Boxycharm. It has become a favorite nude color for me now. I've lost my Revolution one again. I don't know why I lose it so much, but I like this. It's a little deceiving though. It starts out, at least on my lips. I don't know if it'll start out here. No, I guess not. But on my lips, it starts out very, very pale. And then it deepens up a little bit. So when I first put it on, I'm like, I don't know, I think this is a little too light. But when it dries down, it's a very, very pretty nude, but with a little more pinky nude. Maggie joining me? If you see Maggie pop up behind me, I can hear her, but alright. But my favorite lipstick that I go to just throughout the year, it's not new, it's not even 1 or 2, it's just, you've heard me say it before, it's my Wet n Wild liquid catsuits. These are all mine. I have, you know, and I still want more and more. I love these. I love these so much. I'm wearing one right now. Oh, and I just dropped one, and that one hit Maggie. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wear these all the time. Every time I send my friend a picture, she said, oh, I love that lip. What is it? I said, liquid catsuit. I do have others, I promise you, but I mean, we've got these, you want metallics? We've got metallics. These ones came in the not the Rebel Rose, the Dry Fire and Ice collection. We've got a copper. We've got a red, which is what I'm wearing today. If you want to go a little wilder, we've got blue metallic, and we have a brown metallic. You want, let's see, we've got High Shine if you want High Shine. This is the Cedar Later. You want, let's see, yeah, High Shine in this pinky purple. We've got, that's matte. Yeah. There's another High Shine and a pretty lighter pink purple that came in the Rebel Rose collection. And then these are all my matte ones. You know, I've got every color, you know, if I want real pink, I got real pink. Do I want more of a nude? I've got a nude, and this is probably the one I wear the most. This is the Give Me Mocha. I want to go crazy, I got purple, and this is a very, very dark purple. You know, if I want to go goth, I went goth the other day, and I love this. You know, this is the very vampy kind of color. And if I just want a red, I've got a red. I can find whatever I want in the liquid catsuit. Do I have other things? Yes. Am I going to buy? Am I going to wear other things? Yes. But these are my favorite. So far, I just, you know, I've tried the Jeffree Stars. I've tried, you know, more dose of colors. I've tried cheap. I've tried expensive. You know, I've got all kinds of things down in here. But time after time, I come back to my liquid catsuit. And so they are probably my product of 2019, even though they didn't come out in 2019, but they're the ones I wear in 2019. All right, so there we have it. Those are all my favorites. Let me know what your favorites were for the year. I'm dying to know, because if I didn't get to them, I want to try them out next year. All right, so I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.